Hey everyone, it's Lori. I'm going to use some scrap wood and make some cute little signs with a set of winter stencils that I made. The first color that I'm going to use is just this mist tinted beige color. And I'm just going to brush on a layer of paint. So I have those painted, I'm going to push them to the side. And the next color I'm going to use is this Dixie Belle chalk paint, Bunker Hill Blue. I've never used this paint before, but it's a pretty dark blue color. So I'm going to see how it looks. For the last 3 blocks, I'm going to use another mist tinted shade that's kind of like a grayish blue color. All my little boards are pretty tiny. I have 3-inch boards, 4-inch boards, and 5-inch boards. These are all scrap pieces that I've got out of our building. So now I'm going to do my stenciling. I'm going to put the blue boards over to the side, and I'm going to work on my tan boards first. For these, I'm going to actually stencil on in black paint, and I'm just going to use Americana acrylic paint. I'm just going to put a little bit on my tray. And I'm going to be using winter words. This little stencil set is going to be $8 for 12 words, and that is including the shipping price. So don't miss out on getting these. You can just send me a message if you would like a set of these stencils. So I'm going to be using makeup wedges for my sponges. So I just dab it in my paint, dab it off on my paper towel, and then I just stencil on the word. So once I'm done stenciling on the word, I'm going to take a small fine tip brush and I'm going to paint my bridges. So I'm just going to get a little bit of paint on the brush, and then I'm going to cross the bridges. The next thing I'm going to do is use Waverly White chalk paint, and I'm going to stencil on the words of the other boards. That's probably too much, but make it work. So I'm going to do all of these in the white chalk paint. The next thing I'm going to do is take the fine tip paintbrush again and paint my bridges. I forgot to mention the width of my boards. These were 5-inch boards, but they're only about 1.5 inches wide, maybe a little bit more, pretty close to 1.5 inches wide. These are 3 by 2 inches. And then I'm also using 4-inch boards that are like 1.5 inch wide. A little over 1.5 inch. So the little stencil itself, the words are a little over 1/2 inch tall, and then they vary. So they're small words, and they can be used for all different sorts of small craft projects. The next thing that I'm going to do is take my little gator sander, and I'm going to sand the edges of all of these little signs. If you're sanding different colors, I would recommend starting with the lighter paint colors first, because the paint on your sander can transfer over, and you don't want like the dark blue transferring over onto the lighter color sign. After that's done, I do take a paper towel and clean all of the excess dust off each board. After I've got all the excess dust off of my little signs, I'm going to take this Bare Premium Wood Stain. It is the Early American shade. I like to use this shade a lot. I am going to stain over the fronts and backs of my little signs, and then what you don't see is I am going to dry them before I go on to my next step. So I'm going to go ahead and stain these now. And I also have these little stars and hearts that I'm going to put on a couple of the signs, so I'm going to stain those as well. The stain will change the look of the sign just slightly, but that's okay with me. Now that my little blocks are dry enough that I can move on, I'm going to add some cute little things to them and finish them up. let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you would like a set of these stencils. I think they turned out really cute. I'd appreciate it if you would share this out there for me. And give me your comments below. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.